About a year ago, there was a girl that I thought was unbelievable, was stunning, was beautiful, was everything. And we fell apart around a year before that. It fell apart and we just weren't right, arguments and all this shit. And I remember about 4 or 5 months ago, I seen this girl again and she did not look anywhere near as good as she used to look. Her skin didn't look as good, her beauty, all this stuff didn't look as good. Her energy wasn't the same. This is not to shit on this person at all. This is to give you lot motivation that you can progress as they get worse. And this is what I found, because me at that stage of time, about 4 or 5 months ago, I was getting way more compliments than ever on my physique, on my body, because I kept working. My videos were doing good. I had more money than ever. I was more confident than ever. I had more friends than ever. When that time, when I lost that person, I had no friends. I had no women. I had nothing. I wasn't even in anywhere near as good shape. So this just proves that you could get better as they are getting worse, as they get into that alcohol lifestyle, going out lifestyle, drinking a load lifestyle. That's very short-lived. Whilst you keep your head down and you stay disciplined on your goals, on where you want to be, you can take yourself up to that person that you truly want to be and achieve a person that you're truly grateful in and proud in. That over time you actually see the effects of your hard work. And the sad thing is, a lot of times you see the effects on your hard work in comparison to another person. So you see a person who's doing absolutely terrible, who you saw was doing near you or decent, and then you see them and they're not doing that well because they're not disciplined and they're not staying on where they want to be. This just made me realize that the compound effect over time makes a massive difference on your life, and that's just everyday differences. Let's say you go to the gym, let's say 4 or 5 times a week, and you just stay disciplined on that, and you start tweaking your diet and helping your diet a little bit, changing this thing, eating more disciplined, and over time you will see the results in that. You start taking care of your skin as well. Let's say you got a moisturizer and you got a face wash, an exfoliator. You are going to look better. You're going to look way better in yourself. You start going to a sauna or a steam room, your skin's going to look better. You overall are going to look better. These little differences will make you progress a lot. This is just an external level, a physical level, but let's say you work on your business and on your goals. You will start achieving your goals in that. Over time, if you stay disciplined, it may take longer than you think, but if you stay disciplined and stay on it and you start to love the journey, you over time will start achieving them goals. Well, let's say that other person was not as disciplined as you, and you were obviously not a right fit, and they may have tried to tear you apart and ruin you and all this stuff, but you just keep your head down and improve and literally take what they said to heart. This is what I done. I took it to heart a little bit and I used it as motivation. So the mean comments, the horrible shit said, I used it as motivation to push me forward, to progress me. And this made a massive difference in my life. And now I'm in a position where I can see that person and see they've declined as I progressed, which is a beautiful thing. Isn't that an amazing thing? When someone tells you you're nothing or you're terrible or you don't deserve anyone, and then you come back, you're literally in a better position than them in all different areas. You've got more friends, you've got more women in your life, you're more confident, you're more grateful, you've got more money. Isn't that what you want? And it's a beautiful thing. And this is not to hate on that person, but it's more so to show you that a lot of times people don't want you to do truly well. So they might downplay you and they might pull a rug under you to try to stop you getting better, or to knock your confidence so you don't improve as much, you don't get better, because they might see them qualities in you. They might not want you to achieve, or they might not even see them qualities in you, but they just don't want you to do better without them. And that's what a lot of people is like. They don't want you to do better without them. This is what I've understood. You improve and you just keep your head on improving a little bit. Of course you have fun here or there, but you just stay disciplined on certain areas. Over time, that compounds an insane amount. And when another person isn't doing that, you will start to see that in them. And when you see them again, don't be surprised if you feel a huge sense of gratitude in yourself, because you feel better in yourself and because you're more confident in yourself. Don't be surprised, because that makes you feel unbelievable, and that makes the hard work actually worth it in yourself. Of course, the hard work's going to be worth it anyway. You're going to view yourself as more confident, you're going to look better, you're going to have more people in your life, of course. Them areas are beautiful, but also don't think that you don't get some enjoyment and some gratitude out of seeing someone who was in a position that was superior to you or in a better position than you on paper at that time, and they try to shit on you and make you seem terrible when they got loads of good stuff coming to them that they didn't necessarily deserve just because of how they looked. And then a year or two later, you're in a way better position than them because you've just been disciplined on yourself, and they're not looking the same, they're not feeling the same, they're not acting the same, and you're in a better position. You've got more confidence than ever, more friends than ever. You feel better than ever, more money than ever, you're more confident, you've got more things going for you. You'd be surprised at the amazing feeling you get from that, because it's a beautiful feeling. And I didn't want to make this video to shit on someone necessarily, because the chances are she won't see it anyway. I didn't want to make this video to fucking be mean to someone, but I wanted to make this video to show you lot that you don't know how it's gonna go. So you may have a negative situation right now. You may lose a girl you liked, who you really cared about, who you thought was everything, but you don't know if that's a true negative over time. You don't know 2, 3, 4 years down the line if that's a negative. You don't know. And I only know 2 years down the line, and it's obviously not a negative, but let's say 4 years down the line, you've made more money, you're in a better position, you're in better shape, you're more confident, you got more friends, you have a better girl in your life. Isn't that just an improvement based off that negativity that you face them? Let's say over time you just start achieving a little bit, achieving a little bit, achieving a little bit. Was that person isn't working as hard as you or isn't as dedicated as you. They're starting to fall apart a little bit, and they're not being treated the same as they used to be because their looks are fading a little bit. How are you going to feel? You're going to be in an amazing position, and this is what I understood, man. It made me feel unbelievable when I saw this, because they took it for granted when they were doing well, and they treated me bad when they were doing well, when they had everything, when they had all this stuff that they didn't necessarily deserve just based off of how they look. Literally based off of how they look. So they were treating me in a negative light, trying to dissect me when I was trying to help them and trying to make each other's life better. And it came out of a place of goodwill, even though arguments and all that stuff happened. So then when I'm doing well, am I not going to feel a sense of gratitude? Am I not going to feel a little bit better? Of course you are. And we're humans at the end of the day. We've got negative emotions, we've got bad emotions, we've got bad things that we get enjoyment out of. It's not necessarily seeing that person do worse. It's just how they treated you when they were doing well. They say you see the true character of someone when they're not doing good. But I also feel like you see the true character of someone when they're doing well, and how they treat people when they're doing well. You see that true character in them, because that's when the ego starts to take over. For example, me, I've had a lot of people who big me up and made me feel good. And my ego's always been quite under control in a sense. And I've been quite good with it. I haven't been that bad to people. I've always been respectful. I'd always hold the door open. I'd always say thank you. I'd always say please, no matter what. And I'd always be good to people. But other people won't do that. They'll disrespect people. They'll be mean to people. They will step on people who's helped them, who's improved them, who's tried to benefit them. And then when they start going bad, when it starts going wrong for them, suddenly they're your best friend again. They're trying to get in your life again. And as you're actually dedicating yourself and improving yourself and being disciplined on yourself, you start to achieve stuff. You start to be more confident. Areas in your life are improving, and different doors are opening up, different avenues are opening up, and you start looking at yourself in a positive light. Of course, their external success, that was not going to last long anyway, because it was completely external, and it wasn't off of necessarily what they could control, or they could control it a little bit, but it was going to fade regardless. You're going to be in an amazing position in comparison to them, to the point you're going to feel amazing and grateful in yourself, and you're going to be happy in yourself. And that's the true message in this video. It's not always a negative when you go through something like that. It's a positive long term. It's a negative short term. And the thing is, if you just stay disciplined and just focus on little different areas day by day, which is hard to do. Don't get me wrong, it's very hard to do. The easy thing to do is to turn to drugs and turn to alcohol and just go out and try to fuck any woman you see. That's the easy thing to do. The hard thing to do is be disciplined and look at yourself and look at what areas can push you forward. Be harsh on yourself and say, no, I've got to work on this. I've got to read this. I've got to meditate. I've got to work on this video. I've got to go to the gym now. I've got to push myself, even though I don't feel like it. I've got to eat good today, because over time that will lead to more results. I've got to save that money. I'm not going to spend that money on this thing or this thing, because that can build up to more money over time. I'm not going to chase that girl and make myself feel worse. When you start doing that, you're going to be in an amazing position, and that's the true message in this video. Hope you lot got a lot of value. If you want to achieve a physique that you're proud in, grateful in, and truly happy in, email me at reallouis23@gmail.com. Thank you.